You're listening to the Bottle Share Podcast.
If I owed it, let never get to heaven if the devil's on his way. If I owed it, love, I'll buy another round if the devil don't come.
Welcome to the Bottle Share Podcast. I'm your host, Shane. I'm not.
We're in the burgundy colored green room
We're in the green room.
because last time we tried a different room, it sucked. So we have special guests today. We've been waiting a long time to get Chicken John.
Hey, I don't make up nicknames about your ordinance violations. You leave me alone.
And then some surprise guests.
Yes.
I've never met them actually. So.
Bill and Hillary from Fugitive Bluff up the creek.
I did not
Brand new
have
brewery.
sex with that woman.
Holy shit! It has never dawned on me.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
Never thought about that, huh?
No,
Bill and
guys.
Hillary, come on.
Is this the first time you've heard that joke?
No.
Okay.
If you see me next time, it might be with Monica.
Oh my god.
Devil in a blue dress.
Our daughter's name is Monica.
Certainly uncomfortable.
Well,
Bill and Hillary, and they are from Fugitive Bluff?
Yes, sir.
Fugitive Bluff and
Merger.
That's where Jesse James hit out, right?
Oh, that was Fugitive Rock.
Fraggle Rock?
It's an inside joke. Larry's the one who talked about that. Jesse James hiding out at Fugitive Bluff. Anyway,
could you elaborate
moving on.
Anybody else hear crickets?
Sure.
Larry was trying to come up with the name or something, trying to remember the name the other day when we were talking about it. That was way back at the Stout Fest or whatever, whenever it first came up anyway.
So, any relation to Fugitive Beach?
No.
No? Have you been asked that before?
That's the second time, I think.
It's like there's one word, fugitive, but nobody uses it in their business name.
Right.
And then all of a sudden we have a bluff and a beach
In the same state. Yeah.
in the same state, yeah. Fairly close proximity.
Yeah.
But I like the decorations in your brewery. It's Fugitives. I'm sure they're famous.
A lot of them, yeah. Yeah, most of the mug shots are.
Yeah, mug shots.
Yeah.
So the actual Fugitives aren't there, but their mug shots are.
Yeah.
Who can you name a few, and what did they do?
I don't know the crimes. We've got,
You don't know the
we got
crimes?
Kurt Cobain's mug shot. Who else? Jim Morrison's.
Hendrix?
Yeah, Hendrix, I think.
Did you ever see the Ozzy Osbourne mug shot?
I
where he's
haven't.
wearing a blues
It's
jersey and a
horrible.
blues sweater?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It was so cool, they got him to kind of reprise that when the Blues were in the Stanley Cup Finals, when they won. He did a little spot or whatever, he had that jersey on. It was pretty cool.
Really?
Hmm?
So you have a vacant wall. Let's get some Ozzy.
Yeah, there we go, by the fireplace.
Yeah, but
for
you
that
get-
special piece.
You guys have been open now for about a month.
A month, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, right out of
How are things going?
It's good, real good, yeah.
You opened at the right time.
Yes, we
People
did,
are
yeah.
moving around.
Yeah, we were pretty much ready at going into.
But we were featured in STL Today, the Post-Dispatch,
Really?
and a newspaper, I don't remember which one it was, in Columbia.
Yeah,
And they all drove a lot of business this way.
really.
I don't know why, but we just couldn't. The brewers or the breweries just didn't put enough effort towards it to keep going.
Yeah.
So since you guys are new, maybe you can be kind of like a breath of fresh air
Yeah.
and keep it going.
We definitely need to do that, yeah.
Especially now that Tin Mill is revamping, rebuilding, and coming, in my opinion, out of their little bubble
Yeah,
and giving it effort.
yeah. I looked at that facility after you told me about it.
The new one?
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's gonna be from the outside.
It's like $1 billion investment or some shit.
A lot of beer.
Yeah.
They gotta sell a lot of
Yeah,
beer.
they bought all of, what was it, O'Fallon's equipment, which was, I think, 30 barrel system, and enormous.
Yeah, yeah, they have a lot of equipment.
So go for it. Let's get some beer tourism out this way.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
All right, I've talked enough. Let's bust something open.
That's
All right,
amazing.
where do we want to start with? Who wants to go first? Chicken John, why don't you go?
Yeah,
you
Chicken
got,
John.
You got a few
So
there.
in other
so
words,
like,
I should
what's
have
the-
guessed that, because it was.
Hershey's Porter, Yuengling. Hershey's Porter, Yuengling. Anybody?
All right.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
what you want. You got an opener?
Is it a twist off?
I thought Larry had one here.
Larry left one here.
Nowhere to be found.
It's a, you know you're drinking a great beer when you twist off the cap.
Tim, welcome to the podcast. By the way,
Actually bought
just
their
noticed your
box
mic was on mute. a minute ago.
That's not bad.
So I guess
Who's our designated
you
pourer?
just pass it probably.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. Yep.
Oh, I hit the mic. Joe's gonna punch me in the head. Okay.
Just a little bit. We're gonna go. It's
More?
standard procedure to go clockwise at the Bottle Share podcast.
Oh, okay.
But
I was not
You're
informed.
new.
I was
We're
not
gonna make an
informed. I'm sorry.
exception.
It's okay to go backwards sometimes.
I just assumed he was left-handed.
I'm Australian.
I always wondered why you seen a kangaroo hopping around in your backyard,
That's yours.
Eating the chickens.
beating it, boxing.
Are we going clockwise?
My kids
You need one?
make me watch too much Bluey.
Oh,
All I
that
have
one's
is
yours.
dad jokes.
Hmm?
Don't have
Jokes
This
that
one's
about
much.
yours.
Australia.
This one's mine. Well, then, you got one?
Yeah.
She needs one.
I'm good.
She's good.
All right.
Man,
So to
that's
celebrate the occasion, we brought in some Hershey's chocolate bars.
All right, so,
I don't know why we would need that.
so, John, should I call you Chicken, Mr. John, what?
Call me either one. I'm not shy.
Call you when we're opening the beers, right? So what do you got? So explain to us.
So this is a Hershey's chocolate porter from Yuengling, actually courtesy of my lovely neighbor Mike. I'm not sure you can get these anymore. So it's a good one.
What year?
Something that starts in a 2.
I don't know.
So it's from this millennium.
If you had your
It's
eyeglasses.
not a barrel aged.
21 plus that enjoy. Yeah, I don't know, doesn't say.
Has anybody been to Hershey's, Pennsylvania?
I have.
Is it one
Been a while.
Hershey's or two, or is it one or two? Is it Hershey's?
It's Hershey, Pennsylvania,
Okay.
but
Is
this is
Yuengling from
Hershey's
Pennsylvania?
porter.
I think it's, where's
Possess-
Yuengling from?
Possessive, not plural.
I kinda think they're from Pennsylvania, are they? Yuengling?
Yuengling,
I'm not sure.
Original.
original, I believe so.
Original flavors.
I think so.
I
Fort
think
Worth,
that's where the
Fort Worth,
collaboration
Texas.
comes from.
Yeah, it is, yes.
So here's what we're gonna do.
for the Yuengling Company, Fort Worth, Texas.
Pottersville, Pennsylvania. Is where they're-
Originally, they're from Pennsylvania, I think.
Pottersville, like from It's a Wonderful Life. Holy shit. I thought that was a fake place.
What's everybody think?
Chocolatey.
It's like a Hershey bar.
It's like chocolate milk.
I think I'd prefer a Hershey bar.
Yeah, I don't get the
Think you
I'm glad
have
we did.
those.
order my
It,
first.
it's okay.
You have a,
Oh yeah.
Give me one of them babies. It might be better with the chocolate.
look, Hershey's.
little.
Like a good wine.
Here, put that up there, Mike. Let the camera see that.
Everybody look at this beer. You can see this right there. It's a
Get
Hershey's.
a close up.
And there you go. So
Oh,
make
yeah.
sure everybody can see it.
Thank you, John.
Pass that around.
How long have you been holding on to that?
A few months.
Did you guys get chocolate?
I don't
You
know.
realize a podcast is when you come on and you like talk, right?
I just don't know the answer to your question. I can make up an answer if you want.
Yeah, that's
I've
okay.
had it for 42 days.
Okay.
I'm not sure that's accurate.
It's close.
So, do you got a story for us, John? I told you
I
to
do.
bring a story, and it doesn't have to be related to that beer, but we still want to hear a damn story.
Why is your name Chicken John?
Well, okay, so that is a good one. So
Who'd you piss off?
nobody actually. Mike over here met our new neighbors, Erik, and he mentioned, "Oh, have you met John yet?" And turns out that Erik has two neighbors named John, one on each side. And he said, "Old John or Chicken John?" I was happy to find out that I was Chicken John, not Old John. It wasn't a bald head joke. It was the other guy's much older than me.
Does old John have a full head of hair?
I think he does, actually. I think he does.
Full of white hair.
And no chickens, so it was pretty easy to figure out which one he was talking
Hey,
about.
we're talking about Erik the Green, right?
Are we talking about Erik
No.
the Green?
No? I was
No.
wondering the same.
Different
I
Erik?
don't know who that is.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, Erik the Green. Yes,
Yes.
he's
Okay.
surrounded by two Johns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Erik the Green lives in between two Johns.
I didn't know he was Erik the Green.
That's
news
recent.
to me.
That's recent.
There's a reason for that nickname.
This is the good part.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to know it, or is it
It's
not
a-
good?
I don't know it.
Oh, okay.
It's a stupid reason. Thanks
Was
to
he like
Mary
wearing a
Larry.
green shirt or something?
Isn't it Mary Larry? Mary Larry?
Lern.
And he the one who coined that?
I thought you did. So we're gonna have to go with Mayor Larry
Because he's not here.
because he's at the Cardinals home opener.
He's at
and
the
last I
weather.
checked, we're winning.
Yeah.
Go
I
Cards.
just want to say Chicken John's better than chicken shit, so.
We have a lot of that.
So that's true because you have chickens.
Yeah, we shit a lot.
Okay.
Fertilizer.
Yeah.
5-3.
They're actually playing.
Yeah.
Rain delays, so.
Don't touch my knee again.
I'm used to someone sitting here.
Edit that out.
Was it a touch or a caress?
Didn't you notice that you weren't feeling you touch your knee?
We're not gonna edit that out.
Two gray beards on one love seat. Both wearing blue jeans. I don't know where one ends and one begins. It's a puddle of love.
Yeah, I can't scoot over any further.
Why did I think it was a good idea to bring out the camera on this one?
You are on a love seat. You are on a love seat. Just...
All right, well, since you guys are getting off on tangents, I'll go next.
Okay.
Be careful when you open it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the
Pressurized.
mic over, but I'm gonna point it your way.
Joe, is this the point where we spend the next 10 minutes making jokes about the movie Dumb and Dumber that no one else gets anymore?
Well, we'll see how well Shane's story goes over.
The beer is open. Oh,
Wrong glass?
is it?
The Blues Brothers reference.
I thought we were going clockwise.
Nothing.
We're supposed to go clockwise.
I was saying.
This is clockwise.
MLB.
It also depends on if you're on the back side of the clock or on the front side of the clock.
Let's see.
I don't know where to hold that at. But I get the grip and something like that.
Coming up.
Anyway, a red.
Wouldn't those guys be bad?
A red.
Yeah.
I changed the recipe on this. It's usually Red Sky at night. Probably still call it that.
Shane the Red.
Because I don't want to have to deal with the TTB and the state of Missouri to make a new fucking label. So it'll
Even though you don't have a label, right?
continue. Yeah, even though you don't have a label, it'll
Doesn't
still
make a
be
label.
brewer woes the world may never know.
What's
Nice
TTB?
color.
Tex Trade Bureau. Everybody wants their 35 cents.
Yeah,
I get it.
they get a thrill out of watching you do paperwork.
Yeah, I seriously think that if you brew under, say, 300 or 500 barrels a year, that you should just be able to send a check in
Flat fee.
and just be like,
Oh, really?
don't fucking bother me. I'm busy brewing and cleaning and waiting
Cents a
tables.
gallon. Yeah.
Like, we know you don't have a staff of 20 people and you don't have time for this shit. You're exempt. Exempt. That would be the perfect word for it. Like a college student who doesn't have to pay taxes because
Under a certain
You should name the beer.
I was
Exactly.
gonna say, it sounds like a good beer.
I like it.
no,
Alabama's
I would name it
beating up on B.
ding repair.
58 to 47.
Ding repair?
Ding repair. So, when I was transferring this beer over to secondary, just to chill out for a little bit, a friend of mine called, it's like, hey man, let's get on the river tonight. There's gonna be a lunar eclipse. And so, you know how you have that, like, left brain, right brain? Well, the good brain was like, tell that fucker to fuck off. We're not getting on the river tonight. But then my other little brain was like, you got one life, bitch. Live it. So I went and got on the river with this guy, and the lunar eclipse was amazing. The moon turned red, right, at about 2 o'clock in the morning. It was beautiful. But we continued to paddle down the river from Herman to New Haven with a headwind of about 12 miles an hour on stand-up paddleboards. It was a brutal night. I think I got home at 4 o'clock, and I stashed the boards at the top of the boat ramp in New Haven. And I was like, fuck it, I'll get it tomorrow morning, and crawled into bed and passed out until about, and I gotta preface this a little bit with Bill. His name's Wild Bill, by the way. Wild Bill said, oh, dude, you gotta make sure you get those boards before 10 o'clock in the morning because the wind's gonna pick up and it's gonna be crazy. And I was like, yeah, that won't be a problem. I'm sure a train will wake me up or whatever. No, it was 1. I got up at 1, red-eyed. I was just like, oh shit, I know I got something to do today. Go down to get the boards, and there was only 1 board there. I'm like, well, I guess the board got stolen. That makes sense. And as I'm loading up the remaining board, I noticed that down the riverbank is the other board. And when I say down the riverbank, it's 30 feet down the riverbank. Apparently the wind picked up the board and threw it and like smashed it against the rocks. So a ding repair is when you smash your surfboard on something. It could be a doorway, it could be a wing, dike, whatever. So new recipe, don't tell the state that. Same old name, but if I had to name it something else, it would be ding repair, because I have about a 4-hour repair on that board to get it seaworthy again.
Ding repair is good. I like it.
Very good.
I
I
like
still
it.
have the board,
Right, could have been worse, right?
Could
be downriver.
Yeah, it would not be the first board that got stolen out of New Haven.
Could be hanging up on some kid's wall right now next to his stop sign he took.
True, but he'd have to have an 18-foot wall.
Well,
Which
it's his
days.
mom's basement. It's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So you wanted a story, Joe. I got a story for you.
Alright.
It involves me being an awful parent. So, you've met my children, Isla being the oldest. We may or may not have told her when she was probably 4 or 5 that she was born with a tail. As a joke, I don't even remember how it came about. But you know, it just continued to be a continuous joke, and, you know, she'd be like, oh, why's my back hurt? Or, you know, we're like, oh, that's where the tail was at. We had to, you know, they had to cut it off. You're probably just, you know, still feeling it there. And it was funny for about 3 years until my wife had the girls at the park one day. She was playing with some other little girls and came back over and told my wife, yeah, I just told those little girls about how I was born with a tail and my parents had to cut it off. Which obviously never happened. And then we had to have a discussion about how that was a joke, and I believe they quickly left the park before being confronted by some other children, who also, I believe, went over and told their parents shortly after. At least that's what it appeared was happening. So, you know, that's the way that Chicken John and Mrs. Chicken John operate our house.
I bet they still wonder, like they're sitting at the dining room table. They're like, I wonder if she really did have a tail.
So it is a chicken shit show.
It is. It really is. In more than one sense of the word.
Well, I remember when I was a very young parent, my daughter was 2 years old, Madison, my oldest, so yeah, I was new at parenting, whatever, still, and I don't know, we were in a park, we just got back from Florida. I was shaving in front of the mirror, back when I used to shave.
Your face?
And yeah, my face. But I was not wearing clothes, and my daughter barges in the room, or in the bathroom, and I didn't think anything of it. Like, this is just a little kid, and she blurts out, "Look, Daddy has a tail."
Can't make that up.
It's a short tail, but
Yeah.
I think he means it was a short story. I want to go next. So what I've got is Civil Life Cream Ale.
Yeah,
Nothing
let her rip.
fancy, but it's good.
Yeah, it's good.
So, short story about this is when I told the story a while back about the rye, Civil Life rye, you know, that I got, and that's when I went to the now I can't think of the place.
Randall's?
No, not Randall's. Well, yes, I did buy it at Randall's, but no, the restaurant there in Washington, the Dutch. Old Dutch, yeah. So we went to Old Dutch, and I wanted to get a Rod's Cream Ale, because it's usually what I get there. And they didn't have it, and she suggested I try the Civil Life rye, and I go, oh, yeah, most definitely, because Larry had brought that rye from England. It was really good. So since I didn't get the cream ale there, when I went to Randall's, shout out to Randall's. They don't know that they sponsor it. To get the rye, I saw this sitting there, so I got it as well. So it's been sitting there. So anyway, that's my story about this. So we can pass this around. You want?
Where's the dump bucket? Let's go.
Tim Mann will handle the pouring duties for me, please. So
So it's coming.
my story is,
I thought you were supposed to finish them.
I've got a list of stories in case I didn't come up with something. We're supposed to go clockwise.
I'm left-handed too.
Oh, all right.
We're switching up.
So, I used to play hockey a lot, and Thursday nights, we would play pickup hockey in Kirkwood, and usually sit out there. You know, you're getting there at like 10 o'clock to play. And you can play for an hour and a half or whatever, and then we sit out there and drink some beers. So it's well past midnight when I'm coming home to about 2, 3 in the morning, set about how social we wanted to be. Coming down to, I lived in St. Charles at the time, so I'm coming down 270 and I'm passing what's at the time St. John's, which is what, Mercy West or whatever it's called.
Well,
It's not called St. John's.
because the trains
We
come.
still-
Yeah.
It's not, no, they changed the name. Same place, but anyway, there's not many people on the highway.
Brad do escape.
And I'm,
Yeah, no, they like this.
you know,
one,
I've
right?
had it, I'm sober, but I'm tired. So I'm driving down about passing that, and I'm probably in the second to left lane, not the fast lane, but the left lane. And I look over as I'm driving, and I see a guy who looks like he's got a backpack on, lane, probably like the first or second lane on the right side. Like, laying on his back, kind of facing with his feet towards me, but leaning up, like reaching his hand out, like for help as I pass by. And then I kind of do a double take as I go back. I go, did I really see that? I was like, no way. So I get off of, I think it's Ladue. I'm trying to remember the roads that going that way, but whatever the next road is, I get off. So I got to get off, get back on the highway, go down another exit or two, you know, and then come back on the highway. And as I'm getting close, I'm looking, and I don't see anything. But as I'm getting close, I look back in my rearview mirror, and I see, well, what caught my attention was red light kicked on, and this cop he swerves hard left. I think he's gonna hit the wall, the median, you know, but then he swerves hard right. And he's swerving back and forth. And I go, what the heck is going on? But as I'm driving by, I don't see the guy there, and so I just drive home. So I mentioned it to my dad, former police officer, and he
Joe
said,
Friday.
Yeah, Joe Friday. And they say, he told me that, you know, it's a technique they use when there's only one cop, but they gotta shut the highway down. So I'm thinking there must have really been somebody there, and there was a report or something, but he was trying to get traffic, because there was a few cars behind him. I guess getting them to slow down in case, you know, but the guy was gone by the time I got there, so I have no idea what was going on. That's my story, I know.
The story
So-
that has no end.
Yeah. It's just one of the weird things that happened.
There was nothing ever in the paper about a dude who was reaching out for help.
No.
That, like,
Never saw anything. I mean, I did look briefly, but I never saw anything about it, and I never heard through my my contacts. Not that I have a lot, but a few. But I didn't find anything out. But
perhaps
it's kind of weird.
You and the cop were drinking the same.
But I wasn't, you know, I wasn't sure that I actually saw it. It could have been absinthe or something. I hear that really messes with people. Shane, is that true?
It would be a lot of fun if you didn't have anything to do the next day.
But I wasn't sure if I really saw it, because when I was going to, actually no, not when I went to Mizzou, but I had a girlfriend who went to Mizzou, not Mizzou, I'm sorry, in Columbia, she went at Stevens College or whatever. To drive up on the weekends. Spend all weekend there and drive home. I'd be tired as hell. Driving late at night, the 2 hours, whatever it is to come home. And you start to see stuff on the road, you know, you think there's a dog that's cutting in front of you or whatever. So I wasn't exactly sure that I actually saw that guy there, but apparently there was something going on, because I said the cop come by. Anyway.
Maybe it was a
that's
ghost.
it. So, what's it?
The
It could have
ghost
been.
of Christmas.
It could have been, but somebody else must have seen it, because I didn't call the cops. So, everybody got anything to say about this? I didn't list the ABV and all that, but Larry's not here, so we're not getting into all that.
I'm just saying that hallucinations are a real thing, man. Man.
I'm down with that. Well, see, so far, this is my favorite. I have a feeling it's gonna change though. 'cause
It's just okay.
Yours looks pretty good.
Damn, Tim's coming up big. What you
I
got,
get-
boy?
I get that a lot.
Is that so? Well, let's go.
Yeah, I don't know, it was okay, I didn't think it was anything
I'm gonna
fantastic.
go home.
Yeah, it's solid. You know, reliable.
I'm gonna take care of the cats.
You got more in there, or is it over?
No, there's more.
Since you bastard.
Kinda touchy.
Dude's
What'd you think,
microphone,
John?
it's like those things you hit the squirrels with.
Oh,
whack-a-mole.
whack-a-mole.
Whack-a-mole over there?
Genetics.
Yeah. All right, so I have a Kolsch. I know nothing about this.
Fra.
Fruit.
Fruit.
It is direct from Germany.
3 crowns.
Yeah.
Direct from Germany, brewed in San Antonio.
Actually, go ahead.
It looks like a candy cane.
Like my Pennsylvania, Texas beer.
No, that actually
Only
is from
only
Germany.
San Antonio, Germany.
It's written in German, so I couldn't tell you what it says. This is Kolsch ale, but this isn't just regular Kolsch, is it?
I have no idea. What
You just
German.
like, oh, that was
German
great.
Kolsch.
Oh, Kolsch is,
Who can read German?
Mike?
Kolsch is a make-believe kind of beer.
No,
it
it's
can be
making
an
a
ale,
Deutsch.
it can be a lager, it can be made out of corn, it can be not made at all.
I think I might want to taste.
Alright, well, I'll start.
Send it.
Clockwise. You want to pour that for you?
Sure, that'd be great. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Hand that over to the fugitives.
Wendy, do you have a glass?
I think it'd probably,
There's one right
I think it'd probably be wise if we don't have Chief Neace on with the fugitives at the same time. There might be some kind of.
I think I want to
Hit,
taste.
hit Wendy real quick.
All right, hit her.
You wanna come sit in here?
It's all good.
Get on my lap, girl.
You already have enough issues with that chair. I don't know if we need to put more than one person in it.
Oh.
This is actually a 2-person chair. It swells.
Only if you're real
Glad
comfortable
I'm
with
not,
each
I
other, I
didn't sit in
guess.
that one tonight.
What's that?
Glad I didn't sit in that one tonight.
Yeah.
Get over here, big boy. Come on.
Joe's already touched your
I
leg.
was gonna say, you go over, he'll rub your knee
Tastes
now.
way better.
All right, here we go.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's not horrible.
Well, that's what I was going for.
Not horrible.
Not horrible.
It's definitely German beer.
Well, I'm not sure about the aftertaste,
Right.
the way it finishes.
You could
Beer-
always
beer
use some
meisters?
strudel.
Strudel
German
for the
yeast.
Something. You gonna mute me again?
No. You gotta hold that one up right up to your mouth. There you go. Ooh.
No, that's a good beer.
I don't mind it.
Yeah,
Really?
the German flavor.
I think the first sip I had to clear out the
Hershey's
the
chocolate.
cream ale. Yeah, and what was left of the Hershey's chocolate.
I think that's tasty.
Yeah, that's a good beer.
That's tasty.
I like it.
I'm not a big light beer. Usually they're a lot darker than this, but I don't mind it.
Boy likes his beers dark
It's true.
and sassy.
Like
So,
my women don't tell my
Kolsch
wife.
beer. Do you guys know where Kolsch originated?
Where do is there a town called Kolsch? My guess is
It originated in Cologne, Germany.
really?
I think that's pronounced cold.
I think it tastes like cologne.
It's Kolsch.
I don't like it.
Cologne.
Actually,
It's okay. I don't hate it like an IPA, but
It's the
I don't
hops
need my
again.
beers to punish
German
me.
I mean, you've made some headway on that IPA.
yeah.
It's
Okay. What is it? Sandy Beach or something? What is it?
Sandy
I
Beach,
think that's
baby.
tasty.
Let's just call it Sandy Beach.
the more I drank of that, the better it got.
Mm.
And I
What
don't know
Kolsch?
if it was
That's how most beers
getting
work.
rid of the other stuff. No, I didn't drink that much.
Wasn't that the dirt cheap slogan? The more she drinks, the better
Yeah,
you look. Isn't
exactly.
Is that guy Fred? Is
He's
Fred
dead.
still around?
No, he died.
He used to come on and do read stuff on the point on the morning show.
Didn't you do the freak of the week?
Was it the?
I
Was it the
think
Freak of
he
the
did
Week?
the
He was,
freak of the week.
he was reading those classified ads or something.
Yeah, it was
It was
freak
a
of the
class,
week.
yeah.
Oh, boy seeking boy.
You need
or
some
whatever.
No, I'm good. I need to go home.
Yeah, it was Craigslist back then.
Come be my feather.
Very
covered
tasty.
centipede.
That was
or,
good.
You know, weird stuff like that.
That's what it was. Yeah, freak of the week.
Yeah. And then he passed away, and then they would have
Tony's dad,
Yeah,
Trico.
yeah, Patrico's dad. And then Patrico guy thought he's doing some stuff, and he's not on there anymore.
Now they have
Lern from
not Keith Inman.
Bart.
Bart Inman.
Is he on there?
Women try to look for the bottle.
But he's just
Bart
so
with a
Bart with a
full of
B.
panache. I feel like he should be their
Inman with an I.
freak of the week guy.
I used to do some work for his brother. His brother's got a is a contractor, and I probably shouldn't say anything else, but
Bart Inman.
yeah.
Later, Tater.
See you guys.
Mike
Bubbles,
has
later,
exited
brother.
the building.
Bye, Wendy.
Bubbles has exited the building.
So, Lern's on the morning show now. Lern from Lane Narrows, the place here.
Yeah, Lern's cool.
She's on the point.
And Casey,
In the mo- in
59.
the
Yeah,
morning.
she's.
I was gonna say, I've heard her on K-Sheet, but
Yeah, she does the morning show and then moves over to do until like 3 or 4 p.m.
yeah, 10 to
Double
2 or
duty.
something like that.
Yeah. Coming back in October to Battle Stag.
Nice.
What,
Little eye candy for you.
while we're talking about that kind of stuff, what's coming up at the Battle Stag? I think you got a band playing this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So I was wrong.
Yeah, you were?
All right, so next week.
Again.
So
Like
since
the weekend off.
since I try to get these up in a few days, who's playing and when?
Fat lighter. Fat lighter.
Is it Fat Lighter or is it Fat Lighter?
Well, I mean, you gotta break it up. Otherwise,
Okay.
it just sounds like you're mumbling. But essentially, it's fat lighter.
Probably sounds like I'm mumbling no matter what I say.
They're great. They're like an older band, but they just fucking get it, you know.
They're local.
And then
Yeah,
Is that Arnold?
for sure. It is. Yep. Arnold. Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know-
I love them.
you know
What
Arnold?
kind of music?
I do.
They play
All of it?
All of it.
Okay.
Yep.
The world's biggest kid over there, got his feet all up, playing
Yeah.
with his toes.
I have never seen a grown man get his foot that close to his mouth before. That's a real.
Come over to my place, let's show you something.
Oh shit! That just happened.
You gotta cut that part out.
PG-13, man.
You're never
So,
coming
Fat
back
Lighter,
again,
Oh,
are
this
you?
is
Thursday
great.
night, that's it.
So,
It's a great time.
I'm gonna bring a bottle
next
next
Saturday,
week.
following Saturday. But then the kind of big show's coming, right?
We have a couple big shows in a row. We got Jeremiah Johnson
Yeah, that's what I'm-
coming. Yep, he's good.
I got Joe Friday messaging me. Should we get a table or should we?
You should get a table.
I'm gonna respond to him when I get done with the podcast. That's why, of course, you'll get my text before you hear the podcast, Dad. But I'm not responding to you right now because I'm in the middle of this.
Well, look, you got Lisa, you got yourself, you got Joe Friday.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have a fourth person, just get a hooker, man.
I knew it.
This is the part that's gonna get cut out.
That's a good idea.
That's a great idea.
He has.
What, cutting it out or getting a hooker? I think it's a
Either
great
one.
idea.
He's got a
Either
girlfriend.
one.
He's gonna what?
He's got a girlfriend.
Oh, you could bring her instead. It's not my call.
Definitely cutting this out.
Now you have a 5.
Where's the hooker gonna sit?
Get a general admission ticket.
Dancing on the table.
We're all people. You don't have to treat her like a hooker.
So anyway, moving on.
Not fast enough.
Yeah.
Is there any usable content of
This-
this evening?
You don't edit these, do you?
Yes. Like I was telling Chicken John, I said, there are any rules or anything? I said, no, I said, do whatever. I said, usually, Larry's not here. He's usually the one I have to cut stuff out from.
Larry just rambles, but if you listen intently, he's kind of funny.
He is. No, there's a lot of quality in there. But surprisingly, the elder statesman, Mayor Larry, is the one who throws out some questionable stuff every once in a while. We love you, Larry.
Go Cards.
Yeah.
They won, by the way.
Oh,
Good.
Is it over
go
already?
Cards.
Yeah. Blues are losing.
Shocking.
Well, they're in the playoffs right now.
Are we done with our
Beer?
beer?
Well, there's that one.
Oh, we have, cause you did the Kolsch.
That'll be the Fugitive Bluff contribution.
Okay, we'll put that in place.
All right.
You're gonna have to talk it up now,
You can do this. Short notice, there you go.
Mr.
Own it.
Bluff.
Battle Stag.
Battle Stag.
It's a brown ale from Bluewood Brewing.
Isn't that what He-Man used to ride on?
It was.
Battle Stag? Or Battle Cat, wasn't it? Damn.
I think it was a cat.
I don't know. Bluewood Brewing is
Identified as a stag.
is definitely one of my favorites.
Where are they at?
They're down at Lemp.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. There you go.
Thank you, sir.
Do they have nodes?
Like,
Lump nodes. Sorry.
Okay, you can edit that one.
I thought you brought me on for my dad jokes. I thought you were going to steal my thunder. There you go.
Bluewood Brewing. Benton Park. Did you say that already?
yeah, I
Is it
mean,
Lemp?
it's a little bit north of Benton Park. I think they've
Benton Park.
taken some
Liberties.
artistic license there.
So, did you say they're at Lemp?
They're in the old Lemp Brewery. They're actually the stables for the brewery.
I'm excited about this.
Yeah, I think when the Lemp Brewery was operational,
than the,
there was
bubble
no
gum
such thing
flavored
as an
Hefeweizen.
automobile.
Right.
So,
Everybody drove their
just
fucking
started
horse
turning
to
that
work.
interesting side
I don't
note
wanna-
for you. I
I don't
proposed to
wanna
my
pour
wife at the
on
Lemp Mansion
That's cool.
Okay.
Board that is playing.
during a murder mystery dinner.
I've been to one of those.
Yeah, were you there when I proposed?
You didn't
You'd
make
remember.
if you
You'd
did, you didn't
remember.
make a
No, I
scene.
did it in front of everybody.
Oh, then
I-
no, I wasn't
He
there.
Oh, man.
remembers and he remembers telling you no.
I was waving my arms.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
This is good.
That must got a good color.
So is this a brown?
The Broom. Ooh. That's definitely my favorite for tonight.
Yeah.
The chief,
Did I get it?
the
Ooh?
chief would not like this.
Correct.
Does the chief not like brown beers?
No.
Is he racist? We're a racist chief.
You have to
you
cut
can
this
edit
part
that
too.
Just adding to my editing.
We did not get a clear answer out of that.
Note to self, edit.
And
Bluewood always does a really good job. Yeah.
How long have they been around?
Oh, it's got to be 8-10 years. Yeah, and
Screens
so
on the camera still going.
their little patio area is the actual stable part. You
Yeah.
guys should go check it out.
That's cool.
It's like a brick floor, brick wall. It's all brick. There's brick everywhere. It's a cool place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. They were. Pardon me. Edit that out.
That came across loud and clear.
Oh, I could do louder. Bro, I had Maury teach me how to burp.
Oh, man.
I
Just once he doesn't teach you how to sneeze.
think he did.
Man.
I think he did.
No.
I'll take some.
They never fully shut down during COVID because they were, I mean, half of their venues outdoors, and that's kind of a rare thing for St. Louis.
Yeah.
So I would just ride my bike up there,
Yeah.
you know, and get some beers
Yeah.
and sit in their little, yeah, it's good. Good.
That's cool.
Good shit. Wish you could say the same thing about Earthbound, which was only 2 blocks that way.
Yeah.
But
You know what? I
I never
think
did find a good beer at Earthbound. They were always just too weird for me.
we went to Earthbound because they were right next door to. I can't-
The taco shop? The ice cream and taco shop?
No.
They got killer ice cream.
How were their tacos?
No, the place
Where?
where they had the burlesque show next door.
I never did
This
do
was
a burlesque show.
about 2 years ago, I guess. It was a good time. I don't think that's only for Lern.
So what song did you do?
Yeah.
Lost Boys. Cry Little Sister.
Video or it didn't happen? Can we use that as the intro? I mean, are you swinging your fucking pants around?
Swinging something. That's gonna be good. Maybe.
Maybe not.
The show's gonna be 10 minutes long.
We're just gonna hit the upload button more than that. No edit.
Wait, I have questions, Hillary and Bill.
Oh,
No. Well, we gotta go, so. Just-
Sounded mischievous.
So, when you guys met, that was likely after Billery.
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe I just, like,
Do you
hi
guys
Hillary,
suicide
hi Bill.
people too?
And it never fucking sunk in.
Never
So,
sunk in?
were you guys ever like, on,
Pretty
like,
easy.
say, first date, second date, I don't think we can date. I don't think we can date, because...
I saw it as a sign that if they could make it through after all that crap, you know, it's a fun joke.
Okay.
Do you
It's a
ever
fun
look through
joke.
his phone once in a while to see if there's a
Not
Monica in
ever.
there?
I don't want to know. That's what she did, right? Turn her head. That's works good.
That's why they're still together.
Are they, though? Wasn't he on the Epstein Island for
Oh,
a
yeah.
while?
I think he spent a lot
He
of
was on
time
the
there.
list.
Yeah.
There's great painting of him.
On the island?
There's a dress, yeah.
There was a couple of pretty
Good painting.
Pretty well painted.
Yeah.
Maybe that should go above our mantle. We're looking for a prime piece for above the mantle in the brewery.
We haven't found it.
We haven't found quite
No,
the
you
right
just
weird
found
piece.
it.
I
Think
know,
about it.
right?
Billery?
Yeah.
And the name should be Billery, by the way.
We'll
because-
rebrand just.
You
It's just-
you almost need to rebrand.
We need to
this one.
rebrand.
No,
You're
you
right,
don't.
Shane.
We can name a beer that. We'll figure
The beer should be called Mantelpiece.
it
But then above your mantle would be picture
Billery.
of-
We'll name him Monica.
Yeah.
We'll have a beer.
It would be like, do you guys remember that
We got
meme of like
Monica on
that?
tap.
Do you remember that meme of that like, it's like a handsome man, he's walking with a handsome girl, and like, they're passing, but the guy's got his head
Yeah,
turned
he's
back,
turned
and he's
looking
like,
at something
whoa. And the girl would be Monica.
You should have somebody make like little koozies to go around the glasses that are little blue dresses.
I thought it was a black dress.
Oh, maybe it was.
It
It
was
was.
Was it blue?
Yeah, it was blue.
Uh-oh.
I don't know why I know that.
I don't
I
know.
never saw the dress because the lights were out and it was on my floor.
Ba-dum-dum.
Never happened. I was 12, so fuck you, perverts.
So I apologize for having not been to Fugitive Bluff yet, but did you say you have an empty spot on the wall that you haven't filled up yet?
We do.
I think you should partner with the police department and get people's mug shots locally
Oh.
and rotate them,
Rotate
right?
'em.
I like this idea.
Current fugitives? I mean, you got old fugitives, why
Right,
not have current ones?
Yeah, that's
Don't do
not
that.
good.
Ooh. Don't do that.
How come, Shane? You look worried.
Should we not case net?
Okay, so panel stop is closed. Thank you and good night. No, I mean, everybody deserves their day in court. You're innocent until proven guilty. Don't listen to fucking Herman Police Department. Especially don't listen to New Haven Police Department, because you are guilty until, well, I don't know. We do have a new police chief, but even our recording devices didn't even want to hear him.
Did you hit stop a long time ago, didn't you?
No, we're still going down.
We just lost another 5 minutes.
I see 2 more beers down
Yeah, we did have a one beer limit, but we're only 50 minutes in. We can go another round.
Let's go another round. I
What
do
do we
need a
get?
potty
I
break.
think,
My contract calls for one.
I think Chicken John needs to redeem himself after that Yuengling chocolate.
Hey,
Debacle.
I am not a there are 2 brewers in here and I am not one of them, so
Well, I mean, there's Tin Man here, but he brought a fantastic beer.
I did like
That's
it.
true.
That was good.
That's accurate.
You brought
I like the
two
beard
ones.
bully.
Anybody want any
going
more of
on.
this one?
I'm gonna.
Help yourself. I had seconds.
I got a driver.
That's good. Battle Stag.
Yeah, I like the name, for sure.
That's awesome.
A little shot, a little shot.
So I keep it off the board. Harpy feet went in the other room.
He looks like he's like 5 years old.
You go barefoot in the bathroom?
He took his flip-flops.
I wish I
Get
would
those
say that's
shades.
the worst of it.
He doesn't know what happens when he's gone.
You ready for me to open another one, or you wanna wait?
Wait till
right.
Brewmeister gets back in. No offense there, Bill.
No, you're good.
We're not used to having other brewers in the house.
How did you guys start this?
It was a dare.
We were, it was Christmas Eve, and Shane's like, there's a group of us that kind of hang out here on Thursday nights, and we've got a little Facebook Messenger group. We got stupid nicknames for everybody and all that. Tin Man, Chicken Jam. So, Brewmeister. So, Green Knight. Or Erik the Green, I'm sorry. Green Knight, I'm sorry.
We got somebody new?
I'm sorry. So, the Green Knight was, I think, offered for him, the name. But anyway, Shane, Christmas Eve, Shane was up here and he's like, hey, anybody want to hang out? Got a bottle to share or something like that. And so some of us come up here and sat up here, had some candles going, just us, just kind of like it is now out there with the lights, really dim. And we just hung out and talked and told some stupid stories. And like one night over at Mike's, and Chicken John was there too. We just goof off and have fun. I was just stupid idea. I said, we want to do a podcast. I don't know if anybody else thinks we're fun, but we had a lot of fun together. So we thought, we'll just throw this together and see. So
Now
that's
you
how I
guys
kind
are
of got started.
professionals.
Yeah, I did a lot of reading. I watched a lot of YouTube. So I drive an hour back and forth for work, and I listen to a lot of podcasts. And so I was like, we should be able to do this, right? So anyway, I got some stuff to it together.
It's awesome.
Now every week I try to fight, or every 2 weeks I try to fight to keep that mic in front of Shane's face. So I can hear him. Anyway, so next selection, we're like I said, we're doing a round two kind of here because Larry's not here sucking up a lot of airtime, so we got some time to drink another beer.
What are we pouring?
I'm redeeming myself after the Yuengling.
Snickerdoodle what?
Snickerdoodle Ale. It's a cinnamon and vanilla spice
Wait,
ale.
before you open that one, what was the other one you had?
Did
Fucking
Mike
Hershey's
clean
Sugar
up?
Ring.
Well,
Did-
if
Somebody give
if
him
you
dessert
want,
or
this
I
is an
think
Innis
Mike
and Gunn
emptied that
Caribbean
as,
rum
beer
cask.
stash.
Oh my
Innocent
fucking
Gun.
god.
Caribbean rum cask?
Open
or
that motherfucker right now.
That's what I
That is not a twist off though.
Oh,
Do you have a
jeez.
bottle opener
I do
out
not
there?
have an opener on me.
Let's go.
Is there one by your
I
bar?
don't
I
have
can
a wedding
get out
ring
there?
anymore.
Here you go.
Is there one at your bar?
I want that back. Fucking.
Where's the dump bucket?
Do we all need to find
right here.
a scrap piece of wood or metal to make Larry a new bottle opener? Do we need to make him like a homemade one?
Well, that's what it was. It was a homemade.
That's what I'm saying. Do we need to
fucking-
replace it with something else homemade?
No, just get a muffler or something.
Muffler.
Or a bumper or something and give it to him. I don't know. Guy claims it was a
Good job.
bottle opener. Fuck me, that's good.
Much better than my last.
Yeah.
Okay.
Holy shit. Oh, yeah. They
Oh,
didn't
that
get
is
some.
much better.
Oh, sorry.
You're good.
I thought it went all the
I'm
way around
just
over.
not gonna get Fugitive Bluff.
He decided it
Are
was time
you?
to cut you off.
That's it. He's not used the dump bucket yet.
driver.
What's this called?
Innis and Gunn, what is that?
There you go.
Caribbean rum cask? Something like that?
So where's it from?
Check.
Yeah, what is?
Who wants to read?
Scotland
Someone
needs
needs
to read.
that.
Here, you read.
I think
They're
they
right.
claim it's from Scotland. It's probably made in Fort Worth.
Yeah, I saw Innocent Gun on a lot of
Caribbean
taps
rum
when I was
cask
at the
malted.
various pubs and
I like
stuff.
that.
I-N-N-I-S
Scottish red
and
beer.
Gunn.
Yeah, like Matt Guinness.
It's a red,
It's a Scottish red.
aged in a rum
Right.
barrel.
Caribbean
Yeah.
rum cask.
Oh, that's fun. Hell yeah. Best beer of the night.
Don't know
Hands
if I
down.
can drink a lot of these.
I like that better. I like the Battle Stag better, but this is pretty good.
What's the ABV?
You like Battle Stag better than this?
I do.
6.8.
Yes, that's not terrible.
Man. I could smash a whole
6.8
one.
is light on the rum then.
I think it was just rum barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love rum though. That's, it's really the only alcohol I care to drink besides
They top you off.
absinthe.
Man, that's the extreme.
Rum or absinthe?
I'm surprised you remember that you drink absinthe.
Have you ever had absinthe?
No.
Do you have it
I've
here?
seen people drink it though.
Yeah.
We can take
Well.
this podcast sideways if you have some.
Yeah, we could, couldn't we? Next week. No,
No.
I knew
Chief,
that.
Chief is on next episode. We don't.
We're bringing them back?
Yeah, because that episode got scrapped because the audio we had issues.
Oh, man.
You know
can't-
this. You know this.
Do I?
Yes.
Why? How?
Because I've told you. Before you had the
Was I on absinthe?
It erased it.
My wife and I decided to drink absinthe once when we were 21, 22, and watch Alice in Wonderland or something. And I don't remember any of the movie. I remember passing out and
Yeah.
waking up the next morning with no idea what the evening.
Well, let me
And-
tell you what I woke up to. A fucking mess. And I started to get angry, like, not angry, that's an over emotion. But I was like, honestly, what the fuck happened here? And then I saw like the bottle of absinthe on its side. I was like,
You
oh,
remembered.
fuck, did that happen last night?
You're like, oh yeah, that's right.
I actually thought about, and I just didn't have time to get it, because of our discussion at, I think that might have been St. Patty's. No, Mardi Gras maybe? I almost tried to find a bottle of barrel-aged Malort to bring for tonight.
Malort?
But I couldn't.
Why would you barrel age Malort? Like, you're gonna look. All this Malort really needs to perfect it is about fucking 7 years.
I was gonna go try to find a bottle, and then I just didn't get into St. Louis to do it. But I'll find one.
Joe and I have a common friend named Maury, and I want to get Maury out here because this guy knows how to tell a story.
I've been trying to. Maury and I work together, and but so let me interrupt with a quick short story. I started working at this place a couple of years ago. I see the guy's got a Battle Stag Brewery hat on it. I go, oh, you've been to Battle Stag? He says, that's my buddy. I go, you mean Shane? So yeah, so that's how I figured out that you guys have been friends for a long time.
Yeah, so I don't get to see Maury that often. He's in the throes of parenting. I think he's got a
He's got a lot of family stuff
9
going
and a
on.
5-year-old or something. They're young girls. But recently, probably like January, I was like, yo, bitch, I'm coming by. Well, I got there, and Maury's already drunk watching football. I was like, okay, here we go.
Say, watch the kids.
Just drunk watching the kids.
This is what it's like when Mike texts me at 10 o'clock on a Friday night and says, want to have a beer?
Well, what do you expect at 10 o'clock at night, right? Well, I guess I deserve that too. But we went to some like local joint by Maury's house, and his brother-in-law and his nephews and his niece or two were there. Beautiful family. They're just a bunch of like fun-loving people, and I think the place was called like Telegraph Inn or something.
Oh yeah.
and we closed it down, or they closed us down. I don't know what happened there, but we went to a different place, Dry Dock.
The Dry Dock.
Which is one of those places like Hilltop, right?
Yeah.
It's cash only, it's dodgy, you don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't feel comfortable there, right? Because I'm wearing pants.
That haven't been cut off and turned into something else.
Yeah, I got sleeves on. I'm so fancy here. And I look up, because I don't know what to say to anybody. But I look up, and there's a bottle of Malort fucking shining in the can light.
Was it
like,
glowing? Was it
yeah, dude.
nice
I
yellow
was like-
glow from the outside?
8 shots of Malort.
8?
And the barkeep was like,
You ate beers with that too, right?
no. I was like, 8 shots of Malort, let's go. And then I was like, hey, Mari, do you have a debit card? Because this fucking place is cash only. I didn't realize that. Anyway, I don't remember who paid for it, but
I'd be really upset if I paid for 8 shots of Malort for somebody else.
it's just become a, like, you know, it's a Chicago thing. It's just become a thing in St. Louis. Like how Jaeger used to be, like, it's your buddy's 21st, or like he's getting married, let's feed him fucking Jägermeister. Well, these days it's Malort.
I keep hearing about. I've never had Malort, and I keep hearing how horrible it is, and I find myself really wanting to find out how horrible it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's a at this point multinational brand. Like, it can't be that bad, right?
I've heard
I've
differently.
Yeah, I haven't had it either.
I haven't either.
I've heard for about 3 or 4 weeks how bad the Newcastle was I brought. So.
Dude, I drank those, but you're like, here, take the rest of these because they suck. I was like, hee, no, they don't. Glug, 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 glug. I fucking love Newcastle.
So you guys wrong, is what you're saying. Damn. No, but and you had a pretty good. We don't have to get into it today. We're over an hour now, but you had a pretty good Malort story that you told over at Mike's house.
Yeah, so I guess this is the same story. I'm not sure. But anyway, like, I fed these fuckers Malort, and they were like, Malort, I've never heard of it. Like, what's it taste like?
Who did you feed them?
So this is Mari's family.
Oh.
Mari's family.
No, the
The
story
cute
you
little
told at
girls?
Mike's had something to do about tracking your running and people knowing that you were running.
Oh, yeah.
You can save that one for another.
We're going to save that for another time, because next podcast we're going to have a bottle of Malort here, and then we're going to talk about it
All right.
properly. But let me finish my story, which really ends nowhere. But,
It'll be a second one.
so there's some, like,
My story didn't go anywhere.
okay. There, I don't know, Mari's nephews or nieces, right? There was a few of them. And then there was like some spouses of these nephews and nieces, and we're talking like young 20s, okay? They're barely choking down Bud Lights at this point. Amateurs, right? Okay, schling, here's like 8 Malorts across the bar. Drink up, bitches. And then, yeah, so we proceed to do that, and they were just like, what the fuck is happening in my life right now? A couple of them were like, is it coming up? Is it coming up? And I think there was one nephew that was like, that was good. And that's why Malort still exists. There's always one asshole that's just like, yes.
Tim, have you had it?
I have not.
I feel
I'm
that
kinda
way
looking
about
forward
most
to next
whiskey,
week.
I think.
I'm experiencing some severe FOMO right now.
Okay.
All right, I'll find
All right.
find a bottle, and in one of these nights I'll bring it down.
I'll do it, because my distributor
Oh, there you go.
sells Malort. I'll have that shit delivered.
I do not have a Malort distributor.
Leaving straight from here and going to the liquor cabinet.
They don't have
They don't have
He
it.
can't
Oh,
wait.
dude,
Have
you
you
won't get
looked?
Malort in New Haven.
How bad is it, New Haven, that you can't even get more?
it's a prized possession. Jepson's Malort is no joke, bro.
Jepson's Malort.
Jepson's Malort. Yep.
It sounds fancier when you say that. You get the whole name, you know.
Still owned and managed and distilled and bottled.
It's like saying Christopher Sheen.
Yeah. We're having it.
All right.
2 weeks.
We ready to wrap this up?
Let's wrap it up.
All right. Anything else? Anything else, like Tim?
No, we're good.
Fugitives?
Good
Thanks for
time.
having us.
Thanks for having us.
Fugitive Bluff, you guys got anything happening you want to talk about?
We're
What's
open.
going, what's
We're
going on
open. Yeah.
Saturday?
Saturday, we're
Yep,
open.
we're open.
No, we don't have any events planned yet. We're just trying to get our feet underneath us and make sure we can take care of the customers we have that are coming already.
Everybody that hears this needs to go see Fugitive Bluff.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Well,
it.
thanks, guys.
Thank you guys.
Food is good.
Good deal.
St. John, anything to say?
No, thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming. Appreciate it.
You bet.
Shane?
I'm done. Fuck off, everybody.
Peace out.